Okay, this is going to be a customer registration training. Throughout these series, you're going to be able to be guided on the simplicity and the flow of how to do things. Today's is all about customer registration. Now, there are two ways that you can actually register a customer. The first thing I would like to say, though, I would encourage each and every one of you to put the time aside to actually walk your customer through the registration. I know sometimes it may seem like a time-consuming exercise, but I've also seen the other side where we've left the customer to their own devices, who are unaware of the flow, where to be guided to, and then we find ourselves sometimes investing more time trying to rectify situations that could have been avoided if we invested the time up front. So let's look at those two ways of registering a customer. The first way is obviously through your back office, or the second way is actually on your own website. So if you look at the URL here, I'm going to use mine as an example. The generic website is zinzino.com. But once you put the / and your partner ID in there, you will see you will see that it will actually land on the partner's website. So there, when you put a partner ID in, it will actually take the person to that website of that partner. So right now, you could then start registering the customer. First thing you want to make sure is that you select the country that you want to be purchasing products in. Now, presently, we are in over 30 countries around the world that we are officially trading in. So any customer that's in one of those markets, they have the opportunity of subscribing as a customer on a Premier kit and a monthly subscription. If they are not in a country where we are operating in, we can still send product, but they will be through a drop ship scenario where the customer will purchase the product in its entirety of 6 months. And that's called prepaid. So the first thing you want to establish is, are they in a market that the customer is purchasing products in a country that we are operating in? If so, you know they can be a Premier customer. If not, they're going to be a Premier customer who has to prepay for the full 6 months. And then you can go through registering a customer. So let's imagine here, we're going to now sign up a customer. They want to be on the protocol. We select the protocol and they're in United Kingdom. So we know whether in United Kingdom, we don't need to change that. And we're gonna select the protocol. Here, it takes you to the protocol product. You can customize the flavor that they would like. Let's say grapefruit. And we know it's 239 euros because they're a Premier customer. Their monthly subscription is 75 euros. And we can then explain to the customer, what are they going to get in their first delivery? And what are they going to get in their subscription? So the information is always very, very clear when we know where the information is. And then we explain to them also about in their first delivery, they'll get they'll get one test. And then the second test will be delivered 120 days later. So they've paid for it in their initial purchase, but they only receive one test to take their initial blood test, and then they will receive their second one 120 days later. Then simply click shop, and that will take you to the shopping cart. And then you can see how the 3 items of the protocol have been individually listed. So you've got the Balance Oil Kit, you've got the Xenobiotic, and you've got the Extend. So that's the total of the protocol. But you can see here, upcoming monthly orders, the subscription has been set up for 1 bottle of oil, 1 pot of Xenobiotic, and 1 box of Extend multivitamin. And that is a total of 75 euros per month. And the first time that subscription will come out is on the 18th of the following month. Why? It's literally 30 days from your initial order. Now, in your initial order, you'll get 2 months worth of product. So the second month, you don't receive product, but you do pay a subscription. Why? We're trying to keep the shipping cost down for the customer. So even though they pay for their subscription in the second month, in the third month, they get another 2 lots of product that will cover them for month 3 and month 4. So purchase month 1, they get 2 months product. They still pay a subscription in month 2, but in month 3, they get 2 lots of product again. So you can clearly share with them how they're going to get their product, when they're going to get their product, and how often they'll pay for their subscription. So if you leave a customer to their own devices, they're pretty much not going to understand it. That's why we walk them through registration. And here it says delivery every 2 months. So when you walk the customer through, you can build 1, a relationship, 2, add clarification, 3, give an explanation. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself going back over when you could have done it the first time round. So let's say that I'm going to now delete, and I've made an error, and that often happens. So I could delete all these products, and now my basket is empty. So I'm still on my website, I'm still speaking to the customer, and the customer just wants to go with the oil. So let's select a balance kit oil. And then we select balance oil with test. And you'll see that because they're going to be a premier customer, it's 149 euros. It's a 30 euro per month subscription. And now I'm going to buy that product. I can select the flavor I wish. And I can delete the corporate standard offering of orange, lemon, and mint. I would like to try one of the grapefruits. And I'd like to try an orange, lemon, and mint. So now I've selected my 2 300 milliliters of oil. Now I tell the customer they can have a choice of flavor on the 300 ml, but the 2 100 mils is only orange, lemon, and mint. But then we then select the flavor for our ongoing subscription. And I'm going to keep it with the grapefruit. Now I can add that to my cart. So if I go to my cart now, you'll see I've ordered the balance oil with a test. I've selected and it's set up my monthly auto ship. So that is my order for the balance oil. So I could then close that down, and I may now want to add something else. I may want to add another Premier kit. Maybe I want to set up the Protect, maybe the Viva, maybe the Extend. I can now add another Premier kit as a Premier kit. So if I wanted to add Extend, I'll add Extend plus 2 boxes. So there you'll see here, kit content. It's always good to explain and show the customer what's going to be coming in the kit. So in this particular kit, Mr. Customer, is you're going to have 2 boxes of Extend. The Premier offer is 64 euros. Then that's 32 euros ongoing for 6 months. We want to add that. Wonderful. So we're going to add that to the initial order. And we're going to go straight to checkout if we want to now complete the order. Now with a Premier kit order, when you select a kit, it automatically adds that subscription on the monthly basis. So you don't need to click on add monthly subscription, because if you do, it's going to double the monthly subscription. So by selecting a Premier kit, it automatically sets up the subscription for you. But let's say we've added it to the kit. If you look here, you've got 2 items in the cart. But you know what? I want to continue shopping. So I'm not going to go to the checkout, but I do want to have a look at the single items. Now I do fancy a protein bar. Okay, protein bars. You know what? I heard the lemon cheesecake is pretty good. So I'm going to order the lemon cheesecake. You can see here, 12 euros. I'm going to shop now. And now, because I'm selecting a single product, not a Premier kit, a single product, it's asking me, would I like to set that up on a monthly subscription? I do. So I'm going to add that to my monthly subscription. And now I'm finished shopping. I'm going to go to the checkout. And where I can refer that I've ordered my balance kit, I've ordered my Extend vitamin, and I've ordered right now a single box of lemon cheesecake. So let's go to my monthly subscriptions, my upcoming monthly order. One box of cheesecakes, my oil, and my box of Extend. So now I can share with the customer, Mr. Customer, so you've selected the balance oil kit with test, you've selected the Extend with 2 boxes, and you've ordered an additional box of protein bars. Yes, well, today's order is $225 plus shipping, but your first subscription is going to come out 30 days from now. Now, you're not going to receive product 30 days from now, because remember, everything is shipped every 2 months. So by explaining to the customer, managing their expectations, they have clarity of what's going to happen. Wonderful. You're happy to go ahead with your order? Yes, I am. Great. Then you obviously go ahead and start filling out their details. So I'm going to delete this cart. And what I want to do now is show you the same process, but going through the back office. So that way of ordering is when I share with somebody my unique URL link and I walk them through, or maybe give them the link and they do it themselves, but be prepared. You may have to revisit with them if they have some issues, because it's not self-explanatory until they are shown. Now, let's talk about going and signing them up through your back office. So simply log in. Maybe they've given you their details. Maybe they've given you their payment permission with their card details, and you want to go ahead and register a new customer. So once again, let's select the country that we're going to be purchasing products in. Let's remain with the United Kingdom. Now go to registration. So now we're in the process of selecting product. Again, protocol is at the top. Now you start to see other products that you can mix and match within the protocol and all the products. So let's go and say I'm going to order the vegan. I'm speaking to an individual who's a vegan. They want the vegan oil with the test. So here, Mr. Customer, if you bought it at full retail, it's $392. Because you're committing to a 6-month subscription, you're going to save 51%. It's always good to show people what they would have paid and what they're saving. Psychologically, you're showing them they're getting value. And if you were paying retail because you weren't prepared to subscribe for 6 months, Mr. Customer, you'd pay 79 euros for the vegan oil. But because you've committed to a 6-monthly subscription, you're going to be paying 65 euros. Are you happy with that? Yes, I am. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and add that to the cart. But before we do that, you select whether the test is going to go to them directly. The test is going to go to them directly if you haven't already tested them. Sometimes, this is the advantage of having the ultimate kit, because you're going to have 10 blood tests in your partner startup, that when you're with someone locally that you're meeting, having a coffee with and sharing the value of these products, and they want to become a customer, you can actually sign them up. But you can say, look, I've got a spare test here right now. Why don't, while we're having a coffee, do your blood test and I can post it for you. Now, if that situation arises, you've used one of your blood tests to test them. So you can actually select for that blood test to come to you rather than go to them, because you've already used one of yours to do their initial blood test. So, but let's say they haven't used your blood test. So let's go and add that to the cart. Now you can see I've got one vegan kit with test added to the cart. I'm going to shut that down. And now I'm going to add, I want to add some capsules. Now, I want to add the Protect capsule. So click on Protect. I'm not going to buy it as a Premier kit. I just only want one box. But because I'm a Premier customer, I'm going to pay 34 euros for that instead of 59. And I'm going to add that to my cart. Now, because it is an individual product again, and I didn't set it up as a Premier Protect kit, it's asking would I like to add it to my subscription on a monthly basis. Well, I don't know if I do or not, because I want to try it. So guess what? I'm not going to add it to my monthly subscription. So I'm just going to go straight to the checkout. So when I go to the checkout, you'll see what I've ordered today is my vegan oil with test and my Protect. So that's a total there of 228 euros. Now let's have a look at my up and coming orders. Now, remember, I'm on a subscription for my balance oil, but I didn't select the Protect as an ongoing subscription. So there is no additional product that will be coming to me because I just want to try the Protect for now. So there are a number of ways that you can set up a customer with their Premier kit orders, add in additional Premier kit orders, or selecting individual products that you can add to a monthly subscription, or just add one-off individual products and to try those. And at a later date, they can always go back into their back office and add them. So let's say we're going to stay with that particular order. Now you'll see here that because I'm ordering, whether it be through my link without being in my back office, or as I'm in my back office, the system automatically knows that I am the partner of this new customer. So then you go ahead and start filling out their information, their contact information, and then you would continue to the next page. On the next page, you will see confirmation and of their address, their billing address, their delivery address. And then you would select the postage, and then you would go and click the T's and C's and make payment. Now, when you make payment, it's going to take you through to a third-party banking gateway. Now, this has nothing to do with Zinzino. This is the banking gateway that their bank will use to double check security. So very often, a lot of people will take the bank details, also the credit card details, or the debit card details of a customer and do it for them. The challenge here is when that payment is processed and it goes through to a third-party gateway, generally that third-party gateway communicates with their bank, and their bank will want to ask them security questions. Maybe their mother's maiden name, maybe the first, second, third, and fourth digit of their passcode, whatever it may be. So that's why walking it through with your customer who's there at the time, you can then sit with them and say, look, we're now at the payment processing part, and that you're probably going to have an additional security question. So let's go ahead and process that. And they're going to text you a question, or they're going to text you a code. Now, if you're not with them, you're going to find yourself having to run around messaging them, trying to get their details. So it's much quicker, much more professional, more efficient of our time if we allocate time to do it right first. I found a lot of people could sign up more customers doing it the right way than it is trying to shortcut the shortcut and find themselves being consumed chasing data and information if they only walk their customer through. Now, we appreciate there's going to be times that you're not able to, but then be prepared to understand that very much the system is in place and it's generally a human error when things go wrong. Once we learn how the system works and work the system effectively, it is very, very efficient. The key here is within 25 minutes, I've shown you how to place an order on the front end of your website. I've shown you how to place an order through your back office. I've shown you how to order Premier kits and add additional Premier kits. I've shown you how to order one Premier kit and add an individual product and add that individual product to a monthly subscription. I've shown you how to order a Premier kit with a single product that you just want to try and not add that to a subscription. So you set up that, you don't set it up as an ongoing monthly subscription. And I've shown you how to do that within a few moments. So if we get good at learning what to do and we do it the right way, we'll be efficient of our time, we'll have happy customers, and we'll have customers having a good experience. Hope that's been of help to you. I've enjoyed sharing. Now make sure you check out other videos that will walk you through other aspects of your business.